Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very important lesson. I'm not here to scare you intentionally. I'm just here to tell you the truth. And the truth of the matter is, QuickBooks is evil. And I love it. I love it so much. Number one, why QuickBooks is evil. First of all, it's the maker of QuickBooks Intuit is they make it very alluring, so to say. They make it very approachable. They make QuickBooks Online very approachable. For number one, all you need is a web browser and internet access to use it. They're actively downsizing, if not cannibalizing their own desktop software. Who uses desktop software anymore, especially when it comes to something like bookkeeping? And they're also making it very current, very, so to say, very staying with the trends, staying with how people live and work and communicate. So you can download your QuickBooks Online onto your phone even. When you sign on to QuickBooks Online, it's very well laid out. It's very sensible. It looks very easy to use. But that's, in some ways, that's very, very misleading. Point number two, why QuickBooks is evil, is because it's too easy to make mistakes. When you enter a transaction within QuickBooks, whether you're entering an expense or a deposit, so on and so forth, there's no mechanism where once you're done and you post the transaction, you hit save. There's no real-time mechanism. There's no mechanism that double checks your work in real time. That shows you certain other accounting software is usually a little bit more expensive, a little bit more robust, a little bit more corporate-y. They show you how the transaction affects your financials. But QuickBooks is like, hey, you're done with the transaction, great, let's move on to the next one. So yeah, it's just way too easy to make mistakes. Point number three, why QuickBooks is evil, is because knowing QuickBooks does not equate to knowing accounting. Of course, it's true vice versa. If you know accounting, it doesn't mean that you know QuickBooks either. You can be a master at using QuickBooks on a regular day-to-day basis. You can be just hustling on it, entering and keeping up to date with everything that's going on in your business. But if you don't know accounting, business accounting overall, if you don't know how to use that properly for your small business, then you might be using QuickBooks Online very inefficiently and ineffectively. Next point why QuickBooks is so evil, and I love it so much, this is one of my favorite parts, is because you have to understand, you have to know the limits and the deficiencies of QuickBooks. Example is payroll. If you're not using the QuickBooks Payroll or Intuit Payroll Online solution, if you have some other payroll service provider like, Paychecks, like ADP, like Gusto, like JustWorks, all these other great payroll service providers out there, they'll probably give you, at the end of every pay period, they'll probably give you a slew of reports, and you need to take the appropriate report. Usually, I think it's a payroll journal, and you have to get all that good stuff in there, all the salaries and wages, all the employee withholdings, all the employer payroll taxes, all the whether there's insurance and the payroll fees and all that, and you have to put that beast of a transaction into QuickBooks. So Intuit, the maker of QuickBooks, they don't go about presenting or marketing the limits of QuickBooks. They're not in the business to do that. So you have to be experienced with QuickBooks and bookkeeping overall to know the potential potholes. The last point why QuickBooks is evil is kind of going back to the earlier point that a small business, any business, but a small business, it needs accounting, not just QuickBooks. So QuickBooks is a bookkeeping slash accounting software, but that's just one part of accounting, and to which, accounting serves the business. But other responsibilities of accounting includes one obvious thing, taxes, filing your tax returns. Another thing is reporting, in order to report, to the business owner, to the management, and not just the financial statements, but maybe a sales report, maybe an expense report, maybe payroll, so on and so forth. So you can't just have QuickBooks. You need a lot of other things going on in conjunction, in tandem with QuickBooks. You need to be organized. You need to have filing. You need to have communications. You need to have checks and balances. All these good things, all these best practices within accounting, and using QuickBooks Online is just one part of that. These are my reasons, my observations why I believe QuickBooks is evil. I love it because that's how I make a living. I am a bookkeeper. I'm also very, very knowledgeable in QuickBooks. And there you have it. My name is Tommy. My business is Tabular. Thank you for watching.